y'all tonight? And can anybody hear me? Am I already glitching? I hope not. Hey y'all, hey everybody. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey. Here I is. Woo, woo. Can I get a woo, 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 woo? Hey y'all. Hey beautiful. Yay. Praise the Lord, y'all can hear me. All right, yes, loud and clear, because it's fitting to get loud up in here, y'all. It's going to be church up in here tonight. Hey, right for positive vibes only. That's what I'm saying. Hey, everybody, I'm so glad you guys could come. This is so exciting. So salutations, Mystic with the lipstick. I love it. Hey, so here's what we're trying tonight. We have tried okay, so let's be clear when I say we. What I really mean is Joel. And everybody please give a round of applause to Joel, because without him, hey Panda, none of this would be happening. Many thanks to Teapot and Maureen, my moderators. And just very quickly, I'm going to have to say this a couple times. Well, probably about my hair I'm going to have to say a couple times. It's wild. It's buck wild. I was out gardening a little bit before I came in, and I didn't have time to fix the hair. But anyway, a couple things. When you see creepy people with names that you can't pronounce, they are probably writing you saying, I'm so drawn to you, and message me for a free reading, or, you know, whatever. They're not my people. My people don't do cheesy stuff like that. They are, thank you. My hair is looking awesome. Thank you, Lily. And so that's not us. We don't do that kind of nonsense. So just ignore them, and we will, ooh, Panda, you got your arc out. Yay. And we will ban them. My ban hammer is swift and sure, man. I'm a shield maiden when it comes to that stuff. I'm like, Fwah! And that is it. They got to go. So tonight, all we're doing is we're streaming only to YouTube and only to my personal Facebook page, and we're trying to narrow down all the llama drama so we don't have the glitchy drama that we had last week. And you guys, thank you so much for being so gracious about it. And so in any event. So also I want to say thank you so much for pledging the Kickstarter. Please tell all your friends and family about the Kickstarter, because it's slowed down just a little bit, and we've got to reach that 35,000 stretch goal to get that first book in there, which is the domestic cats version. And we've got to reach 45,000 so that I can get the domestic dogs version published. And everybody, my God, why did I make a 700-page book? So many people have emailed me about the domestic cats and dogs. I'm like, dang, I could have made a 70-page book, and y'all would have been just as happy. So I'm blurry. That's just me, Stephanie Redor. I'm just blurry. That's how I am in real life. Honey, that's going to be your stream. I am on a line that's almost a T1 line, so it's going to be somewhere between me in Gainesville, Florida, and you. But maybe it will. Maybe it will pick up. So. Again, many thanks to my mods, Teapot, Maureen, Amy will be on here at some point. A jillion thank yous to no glitchiness. Oh, thank the Lord. Hey everybody. So, 100 messages already. Dang. Oh, your stream has a clear picture. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into the readings. And what's so interesting is I was told already that tonight is going to be, thank you, Mystic with the lipstick. Really appreciate that. Really, thank you. Thank you for the donation. I don't know if you guys, if you're new here, welcome to the Wild Pack. You know, I recognize many of my longtime people. Thank you so much. For the new people, just so you know, any donation that you give tonight, I give 50% of it to animal charities that I work with. And in particular, April is the month of prevention of cruelty to animals. And just so you know, I'll be announcing this on, I don't know, maybe the Sunday ceremony, or I don't know, one of the things next week. But I've already given $2,000 to 2 different animal charities that work to prevent the cruelty to animals, because they needed it really badly. They couldn't wait till the end of the Kickstarter. And this actually has to do with all tonight. So hey Sharecat, so hey Desiree, hey Lily, hey Michelle, hey everybody, hey Amy, hey Lori. So let me just say this. So for those of you that watch the Sunday ceremony, you know it's usually going to be a meditation. Sometimes it'll be the benediction where I'll just blab, blab, blab. But I really think you guys are probably better served with meditations that you can come back and you can use whenever you want, right? And so there's been this theme of abundance for the last couple of weeks. And Spirit, you know, Animal always said, hey, it's going to continue to be abundance. And I'm like, okay. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much. Oh, Nikki. Ooh, ooh. I I I thought of you earlier today, and I had this crazy image come through. I don't know if it was a fire truck or it was an old-timey truck, but this bright red truck. At least I think it was a truck. So, Nikki, if you've got some kind of affiliation with a bright red vehicle, a bright red truck, it could even be a fire truck, just tell me in the chat, because I literally was sitting here. I don't even know what I was doing. And I saw your picture from your, your little profile picture. And then all of a sudden I saw doot, 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 doot in my psychic eye. I saw a red vehicle go by. So anyway, let me know. And then I will, oh, thank you, Panda. So anyway, let me know. But okay, so when I asked Spirit about all the abundance stuff, right? Because I couldn't even believe it a couple weeks ago, or I don't even remember when it was, we did the live. So many of you, because I was like, one of the messages was for people that were afraid they're losing their home. And it's my heart, because just this whole stream of you guys came on and you're like, oh my God, I'm going through this, I'm going through this, I'm going through this. My ex is captain of an elite team in Utah. I don't know what that means. Does that have to do with a red vehicle, Nikki? I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means, and then I'll understand why I saw the red vehicle go by, which basically means I had a message starting for you way before the live ever started. Oh, fighter, paramedic. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, well, okay. Listen, if you don't want a message that pertains to the ex, I don't know that it pertains to him, but like I said, I wasn't even in the psychic space, and your picture popped in my mind, and then literally I looked up for a second, and in place of my computer screen, I just watched a bright red truck go by. So there's a message that goes on for it. So anyway, okay. So I was like, okay, well, what does everybody need to know about abundance for this week? And I was just kind of sitting thinking about the Sunday ceremony, and then Spirit said, no, you got to start it tonight. I'm like, okay, what do I have to start tonight? And it was this whole thing about trust, that you can't possibly have abundance and prosperity in any area of your life unless there's trust. And I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Do you really want me to talk about trust? Come on now, that's no fun. Let's talk about, hey, Maria, let's talk about, I don't know. Let's talk about Kundalini experiences. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, let's talk about that. That's fun. But anyway, so we're going to talk about trust. And then what's crazy is, so this card came out for y'all. This is the very first card of the evening, which is crazy because this card hardly ever comes out in readings. But it came out in a reading I gave earlier this week, and I was like, oh, great goodness, for this poor person I was reading. I was like, okay, that's a lot going on. But there's something about the Ten of Swords, and that's about betrayal and deep wounds, and then trying to recover from that. And it's the one where there's, all the swords in that poor old gal's back, face planted. And so what's fascinating is that they, hey, Kim Danbert. Oh my God, it's an honor to have everybody here, but Kim Danbert is like a legend in the tarot community. She's like a tarot flipper goddess. So hey, say hi to Kim. Give a big nod and wave over to the east coast of Florida. Well, Lordy, I need to be over there on the beach. Kim, I'm gonna come visit you. Tonight I just know the messages are gonna be mostly around healing, trust things. And the purpose of that, like the goal of that, is to get you through the trust things to get to the abundance that you want. So it makes really good sense that this card would come out first for everybody. So this is like the overall, the overall for everybody for today is the Ten of Swords. And the other thing that was told to me was, listen, that which is dramatic does not have to be traumatic. And so, hey, ShareCat, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you all that are donating. I appreciate it. Remember, 50% of what you give me goes to support animal charities. So I want to say that I am going to give you a reading, but I want you to please listen to this very quick story, because this is part of the reading, right? So when you have a hyena card, which again is the Ten of Swords, ouchie, ow, 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 all those the stabs in the back, right? That's no fun. So, when you have that come out, and you're told, okay, we're going to talk about how to make it through that, to heal from that, through the trust issues from that, so we can get to the abundance we want. So like Nikki, you for instance, when I said earlier, I'm like, hey Nikki, I saw your icon in my head earlier, and then I saw a red truck drive by. Do you have an association with an old-timey truck, a fire truck, of this, and your ex is indeed a firefighter, right? Okay. So what I want to share with you guys about how humor can be very healing, and why no matter what comes out for anybody tonight, we're gonna the animal allies are gonna approach it with a sense of humor, because really at the end of the day, I mean, you know, that's kind of what me and the animal allies do. So when my mom was killed in when my mom was killed in 97, my sister and I didn't have a nickel to rub together. I mean, we were both at a point in our life where we were just like in that building phase, so on and so forth. So we went over to the funeral home in Denellen, Florida, which is a town about that big. And the old boy that owns and I don't know if he still runs it, but owns the funeral home, we found out my mom wanted to be cremated. Who knew? And so we were like, well, we've never had a funeral in our family. Can you walk us through this? Yeah. So he takes us in to where all the caskets are. And he's like, and this one is $800. And this one, thank you, Michelle. That is very sweet. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle Kovacs, thank you so much. So this one's $800. This one's $2,000. And my sister and I are looking at each other like, so he can toss it in a fire with our mom in it? No. So, you know, being very practical and being born into poverty, we were like, there's got to be another option. So he looks at us and he goes, well, you could have, you know, just the plain one that's $400. And we're like, let me ask you a question. You're telling me that when people buy these caskets, you shove the body in the incinerator with the casket? Oh no, that's a rental fee. We take them out of the caskets and put them in a cardboard box. My sister and I were like, what? You're going to put our mom in a... that just leveled it. We'd had pretty good composure right up until then. And we said, so basically we're paying a rental fee to put her in a used casket that you're going to take her out of anyway. And then you're going to... And here's what my family does during times of trauma. Oh, look, it's lunchtime. Oh, look, it's dinner time. We got to go. We'll call you back with our decision. So we were just distraught. I mean, my sister and I were just a wreck. And so we went into my beloved Publix. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know I have a cardboard box, Sylvie. No joke. No, Panda, you flipped the hyena first? Holy cow. Okay, Ishmabu, Babu, you're the first one. Ban! The ban hammer. Wamp. Goodbye, Ishmabu, Babu. Okay, so we go to Publix, and for those of you that followed me for a while, or you live anywhere in the South, you know that I have a love-hate relationship with Publix. And during the pandemic, it's been my sole source of amusement. So my sister and I go to Publix, and what do Southern people eat? And that was a very long time ago, and everybody else ate meat and I didn't, but I was too distraught to care. And so we ordered a bunch of fried chicken and all the fixins and whatever. And, you know, we stood there and everything, and we were just sitting there discussing, what are we going to do? We don't want to spend that money. Mom wouldn't want us to do that. Are we sure we want her cremated? But she wanted to be, I mean, we're having this whole conversation, and tears are just straining down our mouths. And my best friend was with us, my best friend from high school. And, you know, she was just so upset for us. And so at the moment we were most dejected, here comes 4 Publix clerks carrying this enormous cardboard box just filled with... Who knew when you order like a giant party pack of chicken and fixins and stuff from Publix, it comes out in a funeral home size cardboard box. So my sister and I looked at that box, and we turned around and looked at each other and burst into the most hysterical laughter you ever saw in your life. And we couldn't control ourselves. And we were loud. I mean, loud as loud can be. But you know what? All that laughter and purging all those tears, it moved all that trauma out. Why I'm going into all of this tonight is this is a pretty big card to come out for the collective, right? So we know that probably the themes tonight are going to be about trust. They're going to be about healing. And Spirit has already told me to remind you, for those of you who don't remember, I did stand-up comedy for a long time in my life, as you can tell by my hair. And I was in theater a long time, and I worked in Hollywood a long time. So don't be offended when there's a joke. Don't be offended. I trust Spirit will tell me the appropriate thing to say to the appropriate person, but we're going to move through some pretty big messages tonight. And it is Marsha, it is the best medicine. Hey, Vicky, down in the villages, girl. Did they open up the villages yet to all those great clubs and all that great food down there? I know, did I stand up on my hair, right? So, Bernetta's like, bring the funnies. Okay, so Nikki, I'm going to come to you first, because I saw that fire truck come through and I was drawn to you this is way earlier this afternoon. This is so cool. Okay, so Nikki, so you've got the firefly, the Six of Wands. It's like shine your light and, get your light out from under a bush and all of that. But, funnily enough, Nikki, Nikki, okay, excellent. You're still here. So here's what I'm here. Nikki, here's what I'm hearing from you, girl. I don't know you. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know anything about you except for you're just so very kind and you always show up and you've always got the greatest things to say, right? So, oh God, the villages. Panda, you got a story about the villages? Lordy be. So, Firefly, yes, honey, you should shine that light. But really, what I'm hearing is light a fire under your ASS. There's something that you're supposed to be doing and already almost to accomplishing, and those wounds, they could possibly be from the ex-firefighter person. Who knows where they could be from, but you've got those really deep wounds that are really holding you back from, you're just sitting there. You're just sitting there and you're just sitting there. And Spirit is like with a bic right under your butt. So girl, you got to get with the program because y'all, you understand. Comedy or no, I don't have time to sit and plan what I'm going to say because I never know what I'm going to say until I start channeling. So when Spirit tells me, Nikki Anderson, it's going to light a bic under your butt so you get moving, girl. You are the firefly, and I know my face is just as beet red as it can be, and you're gonna shine your light right out of your butt, and you're gonna get moving, and all of a sudden it's like I feel like you're gonna you're gonna be grumbling the whole time, and then wham, you're gonna hit the ground running, and the next thing you know, you're like a year of progress down the road in just a couple of months. Because when you do move, you move fast. True or not true? Oh, it happened today. What happened today, Nikki? Dang it. You know what? Y'all, I'm going to have to start doing some of these things on live, on Zoom or something. Because this is, oh, hey, Colette. Nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I need to know when I'm on the right energetic track so I know what anyway, she said it happened today. Something about this reading happened today. Maybe Spirit put a bic under her butt and there you go. So, Nikki, there is your message from today. And so I am going to move on. And the person, for those of you just joining us, sometimes I'm drawn to sometimes I'm drawn to a person when I see their name pop up, like a color or a vision or something will pop up. And then sometimes I just get a vision of who like it's for by giving evidence. Because at the end of the day, listen. Oh, and for those of you just joining and you don't know, the cards that I'm holding up are from my own deck, the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. Ooh, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. And it's based on the Rider-Waite deck, but I'm the animal spirit lady, so everything I say and do has to do with animals. That might explain why I'm single again. But anyway, so there you go. So it marries all the totems and the spirit, the power animals with the Rider-Waite. And so here's who I'm drawn to now. This is crazy. So I'm seeing a mixing bowl with a light-colored icing that I'm perceiving to be buttercream icing or a lemon icing, because it's got I don't taste lemon, I taste buttercream, but I see almost a light lemony kind of color. And the point of that is that you know, icing is a very broad and general thing, right? I don't know many of us who haven't had buttercream icing, and if you haven't had buttercream icing, we've got to talk about your values in this world. Really, we do, because we got to talk about that. But I'm seeing, it is CC, little C, big C. Being single is amazing. It's amazing how I end up here every dang time. That's the amazing part. But anyway, so, oh, Diana, buttercream icing is your favorite. Okay, well, maybe you can take this also. And so when I'm looking at this bowl, I'm seeing a really big bowl, and it's a very thick earthenware bowl, kind of like, it could either be a reproduction of the really old ones, or it could be one from the 50s that you have still in your family. But the whole point of that icing is that either it just passed, and I know there was a gal, it's your daughter Savannah's birthday today, Maria. Happy birthday. I'm sorry you all haven't spoken. But with that lemony color, I feel like I just keep hearing the word chiffon, chiffon, chiffon. And I don't know, because I'm seeing it split in my head. So I'm seeing chiffon as a material, and I'm seeing chiffon as a color. So there's something about this color, this light yellow kind of color. And of course that's gonna, you know, any yellow is gonna correlate to your solar plexus chakra. But it's so light that it feels almost like it's not hiding, but it's deliberately stepped back. Panda, stop pandering. Oh, that's not what I thought you said. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you were single to all. You were hitting on all my girls, Panda. I'm joking you, man. So but I want to go back to the buttercream icing, because when Spirit sends me a vision, it'll send me other identifiers, other identifying words, other identifying visions. But when it circles me back to the original, which is a really big bowl of buttercream or lemon chiffon or lemony or lemon looking icing, and again, it's a big bowl. I keep hearing over and over and over, you've got to tell them it's a big bowl. It's one of those big, heavy earthenware bowls. And this is going to have to do... Okay, here's another identifier. Whoever you are out there, whoever y'all are, there's something also and what that means is Spirit will send me this identifier, this piece of evidence, and it will also send me this piece of evidence, which I'm about to tell you. This is the second piece of evidence. So you can either very closely identify with one or the other, or both. Both, not like this, but both. Okay, the other identifier is there's something about walking. You've got a thing about walking. It's you may have always loved it. You may have always hated it. You may have just started one of those Fitbit walking thingy-mabobber jiggies. But there is something very big in your life going on right at this moment, or has gone on in the past, or you are planning, but it's big. Okay, it's not like, ooh, I'm going to watch, you know, I'm going to walk X amount of steps or whatever. This is about walking. And here's the point. There are people around you. Walking in the woods is your therapy. Okay, Lily. Can you guys just chime in? Walking and hiking with me every day. But like, it's about walking. Like, it's seriously about walking. There we go. I have my great-grandmother's yellow bowls. Thank you, Amanda. Okay. All right, so you guys just keep chiming in, because again, I'm getting back into PT for walking. Okay, great. So, hey Maggie. Those are cute icons. How come you have cute emojis? I don't have those emojis available to me. What the heck? Okay. Let me tell you guys about something. About those of you that can identify the bowls, the icing, and the walking. But again, I want to say messages are only for you if they're like a big deal, right? Because everybody walks to somewhere. I mean, I'm going to get up and walk to bed tonight at some point. And probably in my refrigerator. And everybody's had most of us have had buttercream icing. You get the point. It's got to be a thing. Here's the thing. I feel like I'm seeing delicate little birds all around. Lots of delicate birds, but not hummingbirds necessarily, unless they are the tiniest of the hummingbirds. But other than that, it's about those little finches, those beansy finches that are all those brilliant colors. whatever the smallest birds in the world that you can think of. It's really almost Cinderella-like in that all of these little birds are flitting all around you, all around you. So the third piece of evidence is you all... Amanda Jones, girl, I was looking out of the side of my eye and my peripheral vision. I saw these B-O-O, but I saw a different letter than T, and I was like, her what are made for? These boots are made for walking, and that's just what I'm gonna do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you, boom, 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 boom. But that was not the word I saw. So anyway, let me go back to the birds. So for you all that can claim the buttercream icing or the lemon chiffon icing and the big earthenware bowls, and or you can claim like walking is your thing, like it's what you want to do, yeah. But for real, y'all, not I get up and walk my dog every morning, but walking is my thing. Or there's a big story about walking, and you've got a thing. I'm seeing it as tiny. Sorry, y'all. I can't help what I see out of the periphery of my eye. I told y'all this is going to be fun tonight. I told y'all that Spirit told me, you know, be your comic self, because we've got some serious stuff to talk about. This is about baby birds, either babies or beansy birds. But it could be about beansy animals. Maybe you've got a thing for miniatures. Maybe you collect miniatures of some kind, or maybe you really love miniature animals or something like that, or you get it. Here's what this has to do with them. Here's what this has to do with them flying around you. Because I mean, I'm telling you, like I'm seeing the scene from Cinderella when she's being dressed up and, you know, all the magic swirls are going around her and the animals are, you know, singing to her and she's, you know, singing the whole 9 yards. You've got a group of people around you right now that are not necessarily believing in you. They're nice to you and everything, and I'm sure they love you very much, but I wouldn't say that they are your biggest champions right now. Meaning, I don't know if you've got an idea in your head for something you want to create, something you want to stop, something you want to move towards, something you want to walk away from. Oh, a pet finch, aw. And so here's honest to goodness. Please tell me in the chat if you can identify with this. There's something you want to do. You're either moving towards something or moving away from something, or want to move towards something or want to move away from something, and it is just in your, like, I don't even feel it in your heart so much as I feel it in your gut. You know that feeling you get in your gut where you're like, "Gah, I'm doing it." That's how you feel. But the other people are like, "Oh, that's nice," or "She'll get over it. It's a phase," or "He'll get over it. It's a phase." It's not a phase. It's what you're meant to do. It's your destiny. That's the other thing I was told to tell y'all tonight. Y'all, I have heard the word destiny about a bajillion times in the last 2 weeks from so many different sources. Like literally even from the clerk at Publix, who I said, "Tell me, y'all, please have some more of that mango sorbet. I'm going to lay right down in this ice cream aisle. I'm going to die." And he ran and got me some mango sorbet, Talente mango sorbet. If you hadn't had it, it'll change your life. And anyway, I said, it's my destiny to eat this ice cream every day. And then he looked at me and he said, "I just had a conversation with a college friend about our destinies and picking our majors and the whole 9 yards." And I was like, okay, interesting. So your destiny is where y'all are, Ashley, Maria. Okay. So here's Natasha, I want you to walk again. Every one of the wild pack wants you to walk again. Oh, yes, we do. Absolutely. Okay. So here's the message for those of you that can claim this evidence that we've been talking about. You are Cinderella. Cinderella, Cinderella, Cinderella. And you are going to go to the ball and you know, listen, who doesn't love a prince, right? But you don't need a prince, because you are the prince and the queen and the high priestess and all of those rolled into one. And you are actually being told to not to keep yourself small, but keep what you want to do, what you're planning. Just keep the knowledge of it to a much smaller circle. Keep it to a smaller circle, and just ignore them because they're wrong. This doesn't have anything to do with an opinion that family or friends should support you or this or that. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It has to do with they are slap flat wrong. They're wrong when they tell you you can't, you won't, you shouldn't, you this. It's like if somebody says, you know, hey, the sky is falling, don't run for cover. If you trust enough, it'll miss you. Okay. All right. I trust I'm fitting to get in that culvert right over there. That's what I trust. And so, you know, if I had Wonder Woman, I could, pew, 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 yeah, I trusted that. But in the meantime, I'm hauling boogie for some place where I'm not going to, you know, have something rain down on my head. So it's a very important message for you guys. And I know that's a crazy roundabout way with the lemon and the buttercream and the bowls and the small birds and the walking. But that's evidence, you guys. And for those of you that just are joining me, again, I have my own tarot deck because I love animals. And the Animal Allies told me to create a tarot deck. And I do everything they tell me to do. And I love tarot. I've got an obscene amount of tarot decks. It's just obscene. Only my closest friends know because it's an addiction, really. But really at my core and how I got started and really how I do every reading is I'm an evidential medium, and I've extended the phrase to evidential psychic medium, because if I can't give you evidence, what good is this reading, right? If I'm going to say, I see angels surrounding you now, they very well may be surrounding you, because who doesn't have angels surrounding us every day? But I really feel like people need better evidence than that, right? Or, you know, when somebody says, you know, I lost my mom. I know that because she's standing right behind you on the right. And then they can't tell you jack about anything else. Come on now. That's not, anyway, you get where I'm going. Okay. I am more empowered when someone says I can't. Watch me. Maggie, you can't bring me an extra large Sonic, whatever those things are called, with extra Oreos in it. You can't do that. Gainesville, Florida. Just so you know. Okay. Okay, this is kind of crazy. This is really crazy. Okay. Woo! Okay, do you guys know? Listen, I've never been a runner, right? I'm an endurance person. I can last, as long as I don't have to run and I can walk, I will outlast any y'all. I'll still be dink-a-dink-a-dink-a-dink when you guys are passed out and somebody's dialed 911 for the paramedics. This weeble wobbles, but she doesn't fall down and she can outlast them all. But I'm not fast in anything. So, but in the few times in my life where I have had to run, or if y'all have ever had a stress test for your heart, you know, they make you walk up that treadmill and you're like, you know, you people are going to give me a heart attack when I didn't even have a heart problem. But there's that feeling in your gut when you've gone fast and fast and fast and fast and fast. Okay, that's the feeling I have now. And sure enough, didn't cheetah come out? So cheetah. So speediest, shrewdness, and loquacious. I put that word in the deck because I love that word. And you can't even know how many people have written me and gone, what does loquacious mean? And I'm like, what does Google mean? I'm like, Google it, y'all. Y'all never heard of a dictionary or thesaurus? Anyway, really, I have had people write me and ask me what loquacious means. I love... But you know what? I love each and every one of them because they have an arc, and that means that even if they're going to write me and ask what loquacious means, they love animals, and that's all I ever care about. So I've got that feeling. So for those of you that are, I'd rather swim than walk. Girl, you know, the mystic with the lipstick, you ain't lying. Who wouldn't rather swim than walk, right? Nikki, I can move a Mack truck, but can't run a quarter mile. I hear you, sister, for real. Now, here is, that's the fire under my behind. So, hey, Emily Ackerman. I feel like this is for people who, it's twofold. Either you are a runner, maybe you just got involved in like a running club or a running program or a running, I don't know, something having to do with running, or you feel like your life is just going like you're a hamster in a wheel. Now that's very general, very general. However, what that does have to do with is you've got to go that fast right now. And for, even more, who here feels, when I look over like this, I'm looking at the chat, y'all. Who here feels like time is speeding up? Like even just from a few weeks ago or a month ago, you feel like time is speeding up. you know, you look at your clock and it's like 6 and the next thing you know, or 7 in the morning and the next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So Google means censors. Okay, now let's not, yes it does, but let's not have that conversation. So, which is why I have my own forums. Oh, hey y'all, if you see gatheringofmystics.com, which you should in the window here, it's because I started a forum to talk about all things, all this kind of thing, woo-woo. So, oh, yay, more spoons. And so, yeah, because I'm not into the censorship. I'm not into it. And so Bernadette started her own forums where we can talk about whatever we want to talk about, as long as we all play nice in the sandbox, because that's it. And that's the story. So here's the story about speeding up. I feel like you're supposed to be speeding up. And here is why. When you take a look at Cheetah, and you take a look at that look on that mama's face. Now, I believe I don't even believe I can prove it. Animals have emotions. And the story of the cheetah and the black marks that come down their face is a story about how cheetahs move their young to different, you know, dens and whatever. And it's a really sad story about, you know, these villagers that got a hold of her babies. It's horrible. And she cried, and that's what caused all the black marks. Okay, forever and ever and ever. However, that's going to fall in exact alignment with what was talked about earlier, which is tonight is going to be about people who are really experiencing some drama, but it doesn't have to be trauma. And that there was a lot of healing that has to go on tonight. And for those people who know me, y'all, I don't, when Bernadette writes about what she is and what she does, the H word, I don't think of myself as a healer, and that's not what I advertise. But the animal allies are healers. Of course they are. That makes total sense, right? Okay. So with this leopard and her kit, okay, and you take a look on her face, there's a hint of sadness there. There's a hint of, yeah, I'm a little bit broken. I'm a little bit busted up and bruised. And it's like, yes, I am a little bit busted up. And yes, I am a little bit broken. And I am a little bit damaged. And I can outrun you. I'm going to eat you for lunch. So for those of you that are feeling in a hurry, or you've started a running thing, understand. Oh, I'm so sorry I used that word. Y'all, please stop using the word understand. I read this in a book the other day. And y'all, I mean, do whatever you want to do, but Lordy, this made such good sense to me, where I was told, or in this book, it was told, understand was a word that was deliberately devised so that you, if you're talking to somebody and you're imparting like knowledge or wisdom, or you're teaching them or whatever, and you say, do you understand? It's a very subversive, subconscious way of saying understand, as in you understand me, you stand under me. I looked at that and I went, well, I gotta believe that's not people's intentions, but that doesn't matter whether it's their intention or not. Words matter, right? So what I'm saying is, yeah, comprehend. Excellent. Thank you, Kelly. So if it resonates with you all, and you comprehend this because it resonates with you, then you're being called to run and to go faster, because there's something you're supposed to get to and accomplish faster, and that could be anything. That could be away from a relationship, toward a relationship, a job, a home, a child. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want. Now, I'll give you a prime for instance. We're going to talk about trust in just a second, because I was told, hey, get back to that in just a second, because trust and abundance and healing, it's all kind of stirring up in the pot tonight, right? When I turn my head up like that, I really can hear spirit only out of my right ear. I don't know why. It's been that way ever since I started. I know I look like the RCA dog. But Spirit is saying it can't overstate the speed to which you've got to do whatever you're doing. Running away from, running toward. And I don't mean running away like, oh, I'm running away. I mean like, I've had enough of you, and you exit stage right, okay? Or I've had enough of this, bye, and out you go. And there is a call. Oh, this is crazy. Whichever one of you all, hey, Ricky Pittman. Hey, Amy. there is a call for y'all to wear your brokenness, wear your bruises, wear your scars as proudly as you can wear them without claiming a victim mentality. Because whatever mask you've been trying to put on to fit in the automaton society, the Stepford people society, it's not going to get you where you want to go. And in fact, either like there are other parties involved in this. There are parties involved in this that are taking a look at you and what you bring to the table. I'll just leave it at that. And they are going to turn the opposite way if you do this stuff, right? And it can start with something as simple as, because I'm back to Publix, because that's all I get to. Y'all, it's Gainesville. There ain't anywhere to go anyway. And so, during the pandemic, all I did was go to every now and then to Publix. But, even if a clerk somewhere says, "How are you today?" Here's what I always say. "I'm pretty darn groovy. How are you?" Groovy. And they either look at me like, "Oh, she's one of those," or they laugh or whatever. But it's never about just saying, "I'm okay. How are you?" Because that's not the point. The point is a human to human exchange. And the point is to let people know who you are. So like Mama Cheetah, when you take a look in her face, look at those eyes, y'all. Those eyes are eyes full of hurt and pain and wisdom and strength. And that's what you guys are being called to do today. Those of you that are having that fast thing, is you are being called to, you are really being called to move towards things faster. Wear your scars, wear your bumps and bruises proudly on your sleeve. And that's what you're supposed to do. And that's that. So let me get back to the trust thing. And this is for everybody. Wow. Okay. So through my Kickstarter, I have pledged to give at least $5,000 of the profits of the book to animal charities that fight to prevent cruelty to animals. And a couple of those charities really needed the money already. So I've already donated $2,000. I haven't even printed the book. The Kickstarter's not over. And, I hope we're going to get to the $35,000 and $45,000 to unlock the other books. I really hope so. Because if y'all haven't tried to print a book lately, paper prices have gone up by 45% across the world. I'm now paying 45% more for this book to be printed than I was quoted when it all started, even just a few months ago, and I'm sucking wind. It's going to get done, no problem. I mean, no problem. But still, if you're a business person and you have a 45% increase in cost, you're like, oh, I really am going on that diet, aren't I? Do they make vegetable ramen? So, do they make vegetable, veggie mac and cheese in the Kraft box? So here's the thing. All of that notwithstanding, I knew I was going to donate to those two charities. I work with them. Usually Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses, and then the Haven. She's called the Haven Zoo because that's what you have to be named in Georgia. Yak yak yak. It's a young lady I've known for a long time. She is, my gosh, what this person knows about primates. She's worked with Jane Goodall. She went to University of Florida. She's the daughter I never had. Johnny Sue Thurman is her name. She owns the Haven. And Johnny has spent her entire life, just like the people who own Gentle Carousel, they have spent their entire life rescuing animals, to the point where Johnny Sue would call me sometimes here in when she was like, "Oh my God, I gave money to whatever, and now I don't know if I can make my rent." And I'm like, that's not healthy. You can't, but it's like that. So here's the thing. So I really didn't know what the next charity was. Well, that's not true. Animals Asia, which fights against bear bile farming. I donate to them all year long, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just give them a bigger donation, and that'll be one of them. And then there's like at least two more that that I wanted to do. So here's what has to do with trust, and here's what has to do with abundance. I said to the universe, literally 3 days ago, before I went to bed, I sat there and I looked out over my backyard and I just got really calm and I said, I know, Animal Allies, that you have a special plan for this Kickstarter in this book because it's already happened, y'all. The Kickstarter was 100% funded in 3 hours. It was 200% funded within 48 hours. We got awarded the prestigious honor of being a Kickstarter's Projects We Love. Sandra Ingerman, the legendary Sandra Ingerman, has written the foreword to this book. Are you kidding me? Their magic is already out there. It's all already out there. But I was like, okay, I know that I want to donate to something having to do with pigs. I'm very deeply, very scarring, traumatic. It happened 40 years ago, literally 40 years ago, and I still can't talk about it without losing my poo. And so I said, in particular, pink pigs. And so I know you're going to bring me something. Now there's going to be a video come out here shortly. There's a place here in town, right outside of town called Rooterville, and that's how they got their start, was rescuing pigs. And I have donated to them already this year. And I'm not bragging. Please understand, I'm not bragging. I'm trying to show you a flow of things and why I'm going to do what I'm going to do and why I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And so I said to the universe, so please write it in crayon, talk to me like I'm 9, and I will do exactly what you tell me to do. Y'all, on my mother's grave, well, her river, because we had her cremated and we dumped her in the Rainbow River as per her wishes. On every one of my animals' lives, on my life, I'm telling you, I woke up the next morning. What do we all do? We grab our phone and we check it. My right hand up to every animal ally that ever has been or ever will be in my inbox was a picture of a pink pig. Oh, I think I have it. I'll tell you the story while I look at it. Was a picture of a pink pig, and it was from the animal place. Oh my God! You are kidding me right now. Oh, you guys got to see this. Look at my phone. What message came in at 7:15? It's from Stevie Walsh. Dear Bernadette, Bernie is over the moon. You sponsored them. Okay. While we're talking about this message comes in. This is y'all, this is the kind of trust I'm talking about. I trusted that oh my God, I can't even talk. I trusted that the universe was going to send me a message, and sure enough, I got up the next morning and, oh my God, I can't even think right now. I saw a pink pig, and the email read, will you sponsor one of these 27 pigs? They're all pink. They were rescued from a horrible hoarding situation. You don't want to hear about it. It's disgusting. And the pig's name is Bernie. My name is Bernadette. Now that might seem narcissistic, okay, but at the end of the day, less than 12 hours after I said, bring me a sign that even I can't miss, and a pink pig who needs to be rescued, whose name is Bernie, shows up from a charity that's been around since the 80s called the Animal Place, and they rescue. It's all about farm animals. I could not get out of bed fast enough. As a matter of fact, I think it cracked my screen on my iPhone because I went flying out of bed. I zoomed to my computer, and I set up to do a donation every month. It will turn out actually to be Scotty Collins. How the heck are you, friend? Where are you? Are you still in Florida? Dang, I haven't heard from you in a couple of years. Here's what this is not. This is not look at what Bernadette is doing for animals. This is not that. What it is saying is look at what y'all are doing for animals. That's number one. But number two, and more importantly, it's look at what they will do for you in return. And look at what just a little bit of trust, some earnest, honest trust. When I went to bed that night, I laid my little pumpkin head down to sleep, and told one of my cats to stop breathing in my ear, because he always breathes in my ear. Non-breathe. So annoying. I trusted I was going to get shown who I was supposed to connect with, because there's always going to be a larger story. So that, yes, exactly, Alpha Numerica 1. Spirit smacked me right upside the head. Oh, Diana with your little pink piggy. Okay, so y'all, pink pigs, pink in particular, pink, oh, Sylvia, oh, you guys with the pigs, thank you so much, I love it. So y'all, so what I'm telling y'all is, for the collective, pink pigs in particular are part of your message tonight, and it has to do with trust. And that trust has to be in a you're an hour north of San Fran. I know I'm coming to visit you when the pandemic's over. San Fran, oh my God. So y'all, abundance is on your mind. I know this. And there's a huge healing thing that has to go for you with trust before you can move to that abundance mindset, to that prosperity mindset. And in the Chinese culture, pigs are a huge, huge symbol of good luck, of prosperity, of, being able to afford to be fat. It's just a big deal. And the year of the pig, y'all should look up the Chinese New Year of the year of the pig, and also the Chinese Zodiac sign, the pig. I'm telling you, if you will work with pink pig energy, and of course, pink is a color of unconditional love. It correlates to the rose quartz. But, listen, one day we'll talk about colors and crystals and all that kind of thing, because it's whatever they mean to you. But traditionally, pink is very much about that. So it's oh, Jasmine, you're a boar. That's cool. Mystic with the lipstick. You're gonna have to email me. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, please do. Go ahead and email me. Oh, Panda. I know. In particular in Chinatown, they so la 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 la. I can't hear about that because they are treated deplorably. It's horrible. Um, so so that's a big message for you all that I was told to share with you about trust. And now I'm going to move on okay, this just popped out of the deck again. Oh, piggy bank, right, Sylvie? Right. I know, la 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 la, Panda. I can't hear it. Okay, I was shuffling, but cheetah just came out again. Why would this? That's almost never happens that cards come out twice in the same sitting, and certainly not so close together. Okay. For those of you that are readers, you'll understand me when I say this. For those of you that aren't readers and are still kind of, I know, double cheetah, right? It's fantastic. You might think I'm crazy, but if you could be in my body and you could feel my hands, they don't look like they're ballooning out, but I feel my hands going the size of a big cat's paws. And if you've never been around a big cat, now cheetahs are, they're pretty lean, but their paws are very thick and they're pretty big. But I'm being led to all big cat paws. And what I'm being told is, so if y'all have never channeled, you don't know what this feels like, but I have this urge to do this, like cats do. They do that kneading thing. But what I'm being told is the people who work with their hands, this message is for you. If you're an artist like this, if you sculpt, maybe you make boats. I do see that a lot. There is, don't, la la la, Panda. We don't talk about that stuff on my channel. Don't do it. Don't do it. We love you, but don't do it. I keep seeing somebody is connected with somebody who made boats or worked at a boat yard. There's something about boats and boat yard. Okay. But I love your passion. Panda. And then it's even like, even if you work on the computer all day, every day, but what you do is about your hands. Certainly if you're a cook, Panda, this would belong to you. You've hissed while channeling, right? Exactly. Right, CC, little c, big C? So there's something about working with your hands and starting your own business. I don't know what that is. And what that means, okay, Kelly B., your ex-father-in-law works at a boat company. Good Lord, Bernetta, that's all you, I'm surprised any other part of you moves, you use your hands so much. But this is about you starting your own business. So if you can identify with the hands and lots, I just feel like these hands have talked a lot. The beefs. That's funny. If if you want to start your own business, now's the time to do that. Literally, if you have to take, because I hear this all the time. There are only two reasons people don't start. Well, three reasons. They say it's the money, they say it's the time, but it's never about that. It's about the self-confidence. It's always about that. Always. Period. End of story. So if you've ever even dreamed of starting your own business, I don't care if it's a business that you only want it to be that big, where maybe you just go to 4 or 5 craft fairs a year and you crochet pot holders, which there are some amazing crocheted pot holders out there. I love them. People can do the most amazing thing with yarn and needles. It's craziness. Then you need to go to your 4 or 5 craft fairs a year, and during the year, you do that. You do that thing with your hands. Let's say that you want to, I don't know, I keep seeing cupcakes. Does somebody out there want to own a cupcake or brownie company or something? I just keep seeing, but maybe I think in particular cupcakes. I see brownies like way back in the distance, but like there's a whole army, there's like an army of cupcakes standing there going, we're here to serve you. Anyway, it's craziness. So this is a very quick message, but for those of you that have the hand thing, this is about your paws. This is about you using your paws to create what you want to create or do what you want to do. As long as you as long as you can feel, as long as this resonates, that not like, oh, I type on a computer once every now and again, but like you're like all the time, or so this would be for you because you want to have a healing business. I'm guessing that that healing would have to do with Reiki or some other, maybe you do hands-on or whatever. And so, so there you go. Oh, makeup, tarot, painting. Yeah, it's all working with your hands, Mystic with lipstick. So there you go. So if you wanted to start a business, I don't know what time it is where you are, but now's a very good time to start. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, put $1 here, put $1 there. Oh, or you know what? You could actually trust the universe to make it happen. Now, you are the universe, and the universe is you. So you've got to trust yourself to make it happen. But we're back to that nasty word again, aren't we? Trust. Okay. Now I'm going on, bath bombs. Heck to the yeah. Okay, so here's my question. Who of y'all out there has a thing for a couple of things? This is very interesting. So, what? Raven and dove. Dove and raven. You know it's black. It's white. You know it. Dun, dun, dun. You know it's good. Dun, dun. You know it. Okay. So, this is a very classic yin and yang balance symbol. And ravens are very associated with magic, and in my deck it is the magician. And doves are very associated with family, love, and peace, right? And they're also thought to cross Axie, you're writing a piece about raven and dove for your class? That's craziness. So yes, Michael Jackson. That is Michael Jackson. I do a terrible Michael Jackson. I do a really, really great now I can't think of his name. The old guy in Thriller. I can't think of his name. I do a great Thriller. But anyway, so this is a very interesting message because okay, it got really serious for just a second. When I see a dividing line go right down my body, Vincent Price, thank y'all. When I see a dividing line go right down my body, I know that somebody's on the fence about something. And they're either about to feed the black wolf inside of them or they're about to feed the white wolf inside of them. And which one's going to come out? Now, let me just say this. I completely know that this is not the time in the day in history, and we're not having this discussion. We don't talk about, here are the things we don't talk about on my channel. Religion, the G word, terrible things that happen to animals, And politics, the first sign of politics. I love you and we will be friends forever, but you will go for tonight and then you'll tell me you'll never do that again and you can come back on the channel. We just don't do that here. But I understand. Dang, y'all, I get it. This is not the time in the day to equate the color black to, you know, magic and, you know, that kind of thing. And only the color white is angels and divine and pure. I get that. I do. And it's not like that in my deck because animals are not like that, which is the whole point of this. Animals could give a poo if you are pink with purple polka dots and you got snot coming out of your nose. They don't care. They care what your energy is. And that's all we care about here. That's all. That is all Bernadette and the Animal Allies care about. Your energy. That's it. But when you see, and this animal could be brown and this animal could be magenta. The point is that they are two very different colors, which means balance, and you're on the fence about something. Now, okay, love the thorns. I'm at a crossroads decision, point in my life, wondering which side of myself to embrace, since it's unlikely I could have both. That is so interesting you mentioned that. Maybe, I don't know who you are, Love the Thorns 7. Welcome. I've never seen you before. Welcome to the Wild Pack, but it's very interesting you mentioned that. It's almost like you're psychic or something. So, here's the thing. For some of you, it will be about embracing the raven, the magician, because that's about power and strength. Now, you don't have to lose your poo. Oh, that's right, Panda. Black and white for life. Okay. So, oh, hey, Shelly. Okay, look, hey, Olamidi Bomidi Bomidi, Hassan, and you installed somebody's picture. God, you're really terrible at what you do, just so you know. You're a terrible spammer. God, get a job, because you suck at spamming. Anyway, so, God, you think, how hard is spamming? How hard is being a troll? It can't be that hard, and yet they don't do it well at all. Gosh, okay. It just cracks me up. Okay, so you got to feel sorry for him, because you just can't shoot the village idiot, can you? So, here's the thing. If you're going to take the magician, if you're going to be the raven and you're going to call on magic, because a lot of pagan, Wiccan, witchy poos follow me, because I'm all about everybody. I don't care who you are and what you know or don't know or what you think you know or you don't. As long as you're good to animals and you love animals, you're good by me. That's it. That's it. And they're good by the animals. And so it's, for those who are on the fence about a decision, and you're going to know, like, this moment, if you're watching this at this moment, this should be punching you right in your, in your third eye chakra or in your gut. You're like, she's talking about me. The Animal Allies are talking about me. And then if you're the dove of peace, that may be the way you want to go. But you gotta remember, y'all, there are a lot of different ways to achieve both of those things. Just because you maybe want to go a little bit what you might consider darker, you may consider darker. I was in my doctor's office some weeks ago, and this old gal was giving me the roo-raz. And I didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything. And finally I said, listen, I've listened to your nonsense for as long as I'm going to listen to it. I don't allow people to talk to me the way that you're talking to me, and I surely don't allow somebody that my life is hanging in the balance of their hands to talk to me like that. So here are your options. And she just looked at me and I said, yes, I'm giving you the options. Your option is to do A or B, and I described those. That poor little girl turned around and she chose option B, and she went on marching on about her merry business. Now, I wasn't ugly, but I could feel some of you shrink when I said that and threw out the energy I threw out. But that's because you could feel me take control of that situation. I took that situation under control. Right there in that doctor's office, I took it under control. That is this one. If I had said, I totally get that, and I'm so sorry, and could we please just this, could we please just that, I certainly could have gone that way, but I didn't want to. That would have been that. And either way might have gotten done what I wanted to get done, but I chose this one for my particular reasons, and guess what? It worked out just fine. And this one might have worked out just fine. I just wasn't in the mood. So, because, listen, Itza, which here that loves animals? Oh, you're my peeps, girl. So, it's, you have to decide, but you've got to decide what you feel is magic, which simply may be being dark to you, may simply be saying to somebody, no. I just had one of my longest and dearest friends say to me, she's 60 something, and she just said to me yesterday, she said, do you know, up until this year, I just could not wrap my head around that saying no was not hurtful, that I wasn't hurting somebody if I told them, no, I can't do that, or no, I don't want to do that. She's 60 something, y'all, and it's taken her this long to be able to say to people, no. And I feel for her because she's had herself in kind of a prison. Now, is she all love and light and everybody wonders where she hides her wings? Yes, even I do, and I know her better than anybody else in this world except for a couple other people. But be careful when you're making this decision and you're on this side of the fence. Be very careful what you perceive as light and white divine love and what you perceive as darker. Be very careful. And you may find that when you're asked to draw that, they do black and white cookies. You'll find those in every Jewish deli in New York. They're delicious, so delicious. And so there's a boundary you're going to have to draw, and I feel like there are people you have to stand up to, maybe including yourself. So have an honest conversation with yourself about what is this and what is this, because here's what I can tell you about doves. They are fragile, beautiful little creatures, and they will peck your eyes out because they're really pigeons at large, right? And they're gentle and they're sweet, and they look very etheric. And when they're like swans, you watch them and you're like, oh my God, it's Audrey Hepburn as a bird. Until you get around a swan, and they are some of the most aggressive animals out there. They and turkeys, I just turn and walk mostly I turn and walk the other way when I see them, unless I know them, because they're very aggressive. So again, be very careful. Okay, so that's the message of that. We're moving on. Okay. Now, they are brutal, aren't they, Lily? Brutal lesson. Oof. Okay, so now I'm being drawn to people that I keep seeing. And again, this is not to open a discussion of politics. That's a big no-no. Please don't do it. I will love you today, tomorrow, the next day, but I will dump you from this conversation if you have anything to say about politics. But there's nothing I can do about it because I'm seeing flags wave in my head. And I am seeing the American flag, but I'm also seeing a lot of other flags. So what that is telling me is that somebody out okay, somewhere out there, somewhere out there, there's a big fan of the Big Bang Theory. And when Sheldon Cooper, and then when he and Amy got together, they used to do their flag show all about flags from around the world. I keep seeing that. So you might be a Big Bang Theory fan. You might be a flag fan. Maybe you collect flags from all around the world. Or you are very close, like in your fun with flags, right? Hilarious. Okay, you just watched that. Emily Ackerman. I feel like I'm just only talking to you every week. You and I are like this, Emily. It's kind of crazy. Also, I feel like when I see this in somebody, when I start to do mediumship, I know that it's somebody very close to you. A brother, a sister, a mother, a father, potentially a grandparent, but not an aunt, not an uncle, not a great-grand. It is brother, sister, mother, father. So either brother, sister, mother, father served in the military and is either going through some pretty extreme psychological or physical things at the moment, or has crossed over. This has got to, and also I feel like, your grandmother was born on Flag Day. Okay, there you go. That's why it's called evidence. My grandmother was born on Flag Day. Okay, Love the Thorns. I know for sure I'm talking to you. Do you have stomach problems? Hey, Susan Beal. I remember you from last time. Thank you for coming. Hey, Jillian or Gillian. Thank you. Um, love the Thorn 7. Either you or Grandma on Flag Day, did somebody has stomach issues? Potentially, like I'm very uncomfortable in my back. And so that could very easily be kidney. I don't feel it in my liver. I feel like digestion problems, and then the stomach problems may be going to colon issues. So just hit me up. And so let me give me a second. Let me give you the message of this, because it's very specific with the flags, and some of you might be able to. So here is okay, Bernetta, I see that. Okay. Marie, both grandparents were in the Navy medical field. Okay. This is a very specific message, and one that's like already making me start to tear up. I do feel like this person has passed. Well, the person I'm getting the information from has passed. They're the person that gave me the information, the evidence about the flags and the this and the that and the other. Okay. Had a flag over his casket. Okay. I missed 3 days of work with a kidney infection. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is for a lot more of you. Teresa. Wow. Holy cow. Okay. When they passed, there was judgment from the outside that you either kept too much of their stuff or that you still have their stuff, and people, they don't joke you about it, but I don't know if they think they're trying to heal you or help you or whatever, but what I see is I see you taking like something that they wore or something of them and just doing that deep inhale where they come to life for you again through the smell, and you just can't bring yourself to give away or throw away X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z. Stop feeling bad about it. You keep their stuff as long as you want to keep it, and keep the things that matter to you. I'm 54 years old, and I got a plastic yellow chicken sitting in front of me all day, every day, cheerful chick. Because my mom gave it to my niece, and when she thought she was big and grown up and didn't want it or need it anymore, she was going to donate it, and I snatched that thing right out of that box. I said, no, you will not, because here's what I know. It's tough to have an aunt who is a psychic, because I know one day she's going to need that again, and that particular memory of when my mom gave that to her, because my mom did not give that to her in a vacuum. There was a very specific reason my mother gave her a yellow chick that read cheerful chick. A very specific family reason. And she's going to want it again someday, and there it sits right in front of me. This reminds me, I don't know if you guys ever, I did this in one of my daily readings the other day. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I do daily readings on there, and then every month I do horoscopes for every zodiac sign, and then a big overall thing. And I'm fixing to do, I've got a whole thing of cheetah card has a black and white flag. What? Cheetah card has a black and white flag? Really? Oh, dang, I already shuffled it. No, I don't think, not in my deck. Hey, Holly the Healer, that's a great name. But so this reminds me every day, because every day it happens, and you guys have seen that little duck, oh, I'm going to whip somebody's ass if they don't send me home. They're going to have to leave me alone because I'm about to whip somebody's ass. That one, it sits in front of me every day, and I sing that song 4 or 5 times a day. But anyway, it doesn't matter what you have of theirs. It doesn't matter how long you've kept it. You keep it, because you're going to need it. There is going to come a time up for you here, like the other way you'll be able to identify yourself, other than with the flags and all the other evidence that came through earlier, was that you already know that the next year for you, maybe only 6 months, but you're pretty sure a year is going to be a hard year. Not because it's going to be traumatic, but because you're going to have to put your head down, and you're going to have to slog through whatever this is you're going to have to slog through. But when you get out, and you're going to need strength, you're going to need some strength. And so when you get on the other side, Molly, no. I might have said that. I don't know. I'm channeling right now. I won't remember how, when I click this thing off and I go out of channel mode, I won't remember half the things I said. I'll have to watch this because somebody will write me and go, do you remember when you said? I'll be like, no. So, and when I heat up like this, you guys, I don't know if I rolled this up. I'm like, this is when the mediumship starts to kick in. It's happened my whole career so far. It felt like I was having hot flashes at 25. I want to go back to this message though. When you need strength this year, you get out something that smells like them or feels like them, but mostly smells. Even if you've got to go buy the cologne or the perfume that they used to wear or the soap or whatever, you've got to, it's something about the smell. It's something about the smell. And you are going to really, man, you're going to need it, and they're going to help you get through. So it's going to be a hard year, not miserable or awful, but hard just in terms of work. So there we go. Okay. Let me check the time. You know what? I love doing this with you guys. I'll sit here and blab all dang night long if you'll let me. Okay. Let me think who I'm drawn to next. Oh, your grandpa's cologne cabinet. Ooh. Does he have any of those old-timey cologne bottles? Those things are so beautiful. Okay, this is kind of crazy. What's that song? This is crazy. I can't think of it because my head is in the... Okay, I keep seeing the symbol for Sagittarius, but I'm drawn to the bow and arrow. So are any of you in here archers? Or I gotta believe somebody in here is a Sagittarius. But thanks Teapot. Why am I being drawn to Sagittarius? I'm really drawn to the bow and arrow on Sagittarius. Okay, Bernetta, you're a Saggy. That's it. Call Me Maybe. Thank you. Lord, why couldn't I remember that song? Call Me Maybe. I can't remember the lyrics right now. I don't know what. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Saggy. Okay, is the room just really filled with you've got an Artemis tattoo. Okay. Sag Moon. What is it like Saggy night here, you know? I'm an archer. Great googly moogly. That's got to be why I'm seeing it. Well, this is for all y'all archers and the people that have the Artemis tattoos and Saggy sun. God. Oh, that's why they call it being psychic. Okay, let me tell y'all something about your sign. So, pardon me, the T. I don't think I can get through the next 15 minutes without the T. We are all Sages. That's fantastic. I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my number. Scum. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yes, I love that song. I don't know why I couldn't think of the lyrics, and now I can't think of the tune. Crazy. What is a... Oh, bye, Panda. Much love to you, Panda. I know. Gosh, y'all. Well, no wonder I'm seeing Sagittarius all over the place. Oh, Chiron. I study my sign and house relay. Okay, that makes sense. Cosmos of Compassion. Welcome, Cosmos of Compassion. Never seen you before. Wow, that's craziness. Later, Panda. See you, boss. Okay, here's the story with y'all for Sagittarius. Now, you know, when Sagittarius goes on the hunt, that's all they care about. They want what they want. That's it. That they want what they want. Sagilicious. Okay, so I'm just going to put this the way it's coming to me. You're really being called to be like the most extreme that a Sagittarius can be when it comes to aiming for what you want, and you stay on it, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it till you get it. Because whatever this is that you're aiming at right now, you have absolutely no clue how much this is going to mean to your life and to the world. Let me give you a case in point. When, hey, Mystic, oh, you did? Man, I gave him hell I gave Sagittarius hell this past month for April. I did. I had already started my website, Building Beautiful Souls, like 7 years ago. And, you know, doing what I do, being in the publishing world, it's a lot of work. It ain't cheap, and it's a lot of work, and there's a lot to learn when you start in it not knowing anything, which is what I did. So all of a sudden one day I woke up and I walked out into my living room, and the whole room was filled with animals. I said, hey y'all, what do you want? We want you to start a website just about animal spirits. Okay, with what time and with what money? We're going to make it happen. Okay. And so I did. And that website inside of 6 months flew through the search engines, just flew through the search engines. Like magic was working behind it, because it was. And from that, hey, Robert William, you suck at spamming. Just, you know, you suck at this. Bye. Okay. Just, oh God, if you're, I just don't, listen, I don't, I'm not encouraging anybody to be a crook or a spammer or a troll. I'm not, but God, if you're going to pick something to do, just have the pride to do it well. That's all I ask. I don't care what you do. Just have pride enough in yourself to do it well. Anyway, so, hey, Tracy Ann. So, so here we are, these, 5 years later, and now there's the Archanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, which won every major award in tarot last year. It was nuts. I won an Aspiring Writer Award. It was named Best Guidebook of all tarot. It was craziness. And now the new book is coming out, and the Kickstarter's going along, really, really well. But at the time when I was told to aim for that website, I had no idea what was going to transpire. I would get to know all of you all people. Oh, does it? Sorry. Oh, you don't have to apologize. That's on me. I don't know what the heck I'm doing trying to get you as a mod on Facebook. I'm not even sure how to do that. Anchorman. Oh, Will Ferrell. He's a funny cat. So there's something about what you're aiming at right now. You must let that arrow fly. You can't hold on to it. If you try to hold on to an arrow and you're like, I'm kind of letting you go, that thing's going to go bloop. You've got to have the trust that your aim is going to be straight and true. You've got to have the trust that Spirit is moving you. And remember, Spirit is not outside of you. Spirit is in you because it is you. So you're really moving yourself. You're aligning your energies with the greater energies, and you're drawing that into yourself. And so whatever it is that you Saggies or Sag Risings or Orions or, what was it? Artemis. Okay. All y'all, which seems to be like everybody, is you are being called that whatever this is that you've got your attention focused on, let that arrow fly swift and true, but let it go. Let it go and trust that it's going to hit the mark. Oh, you've been thinking about taking an archery class. Imagine that. That's why they call it being psychic. Okay. So in the last few minutes here, first of all, I want to thank you guys. Want to thank my mods again, Maureen, Amy, Teapot. Without you guys, I wouldn't exist. And Joel in particular, this definitely wouldn't exist. And so let me just do a couple of other real shout outs. Please support the Kickstarter. If you love animals, I gotta believe you're on my channel because you love animals, because there's about 1,800,000,000 psychic, medium, flipper, tarot flippers out there you could choose from. Thank you for choosing me, at least for tonight. Exactly. We're not humans having a spiritual experience. We're spirits having a human experience. That's correct. That's at least what I believe, Lily. So please support the Kickstarter. Please get on over to gatheringofmystics.com. Register. The forums are free. Lots of people over there helping you learn and grow. And, it's a place where people do a lot of, talking, and just, it's a great place. Get over there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just so you guys know, over the last 4 or 5 months, mostly what I've done are like daily readings and that kind of thing. And then, of course, the astrology stuff at the beginning of every month. But I've really been asked by everybody, like, well, what spirit animal do I use for this? Or what power animal do I use for this? Or what this or what that? So I've started a series of these. And the first one is going to be of those kind of teaching videos. And the first one is going to be for the Sunday ceremony this Sunday. And we are going to talk about pink pigs, and we're going to talk about trust. And there will be a guided meditation that will help you kind of let go and trust the universe. And that's really what this weekend, the meditation is all about on Sunday. And so I thank you guys very, very much for joining us. And then I'm just going to draw one more card, just because you're not the same person that you were when you started watching. And so that's the energy for you all to leave with tonight, is the Jaguar, the Queen of Swords. There we go. And so for those of you that are thinking about anything as you leave this channel tonight, know that you can call on the Queen of Swords, the Jaguar, which, crazily enough, is the shaman's, like the shaman's animal, and is on the front of the ark. That's nuts. So I love you all very, very much. My wish for you is always that you stay wild and do good for animals. And with that, I will say good night, and I will see you all Tuesday morning and again next Thursday. So thanks for it, everybody. Take care. Stay wild.